Okay, welcome. We're about to watch The Owl House Season 2, Episode 2. I already saw like the still at the very start, and it starts on like a shot of Blight Industries, and I'm already super excited for this episode. What are your thoughts?
I'm very excited to see Amity's parents and how they react to Luce.
Right.
They're very interesting.
So, full disclosure, I've listened to a bunch of other YouTubers break down like the episode titles and predictions and such, but you're going in blind, right? Like you just
totally
know
blind.
what I said. Yeah. So I feel like that's the dynamic of this channel overall. Yeah. So you have any predictions about what's going to happen?
I feel like they may not like Luce at first. I don't know. It's just the general feeling I get.
Yeah, definitely after what was it? Understanding Willow.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that they just don't like people they don't consider are powerful. And then of course there's the title of the episode, Escaping Expulsion, and the fact that like you're gonna try to expel these.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some drama in this.
With the Blights. This is so hyped. I really was so excited for the first episode and a return to the Owl House, and I love that it was focused on like the relationships at the Owl House, like between Ida and Lou specifically, and then of course we got Pudifer and Lulu. But I think like many other people in the fandom, I'm definitely here for some Lumity, and I am happy to have it returned too.
Very much looking forward to this.
Yeah. All right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, the Abomination cover.
Of course.
Oh man, he does not look happy.
No. I'm so done with this already.
And as an oracle for you tonight,
Oracle.
we are proud to present
Amity!
She's also very done with this.
The latest trends.
Looks like.
And will forgive your recent lackluster performance in school. Yes, Mom.
What?
Wow, it...
Oh. Oh, the picture, I love it so much.
I see.
Oh man, I am surprised Amity was that open about how she like feels. Like so obvious that she cares in front of her parents. Like I don't know.
It feels like a big step from season 1.
Yeah. But it wasn't clear that she was doing it obviously, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Let's see how this plays out. Oof.
Into this Lilith is.
I love that Lilith is such a good student.
Yes.
Miss Teacher, did I do it right? I wonder what other combos I can try. Teacher said we're supposed to master the
I like how they're referring to her as teacher.
memorization,
Oh goodness.
and following the rules. Laughing at tools, like you.
He is taller in his voice. Oh my god, he's
It's a
growing.
birthday or something?
Which puberty?
I can't thank you guys
Which
enough
puberty?
for helping me and Ida.
Horrifying.
Mom?
Uh-oh.
The abomination.
Sadly, I have no choice in the matter.
What?
Luce, Willow, Augustus.
If you're interested in talking things through, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
I don't trust her.
I don't either.
Come on, Luce. We can figure this out on our own.
That's right, we'll get back into Hexside or die trying.
No one's dying.
No, that attitude.
Yes, well, when that doesn't work,
I bet even Ida couldn't do that. Wow. Maybe if you just
He has a memories book. Didn't take him as sentimental.
Oh, bum.
Just back away.
life is just so dull without them.
Was that a abomination mark on his wrist?
Good luck, Ruth.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs.
These teapots
Blight?
look like they're from Beauty and the Beast.
A Blight always upholds their end of the deal. Now,
Now I
you might
see
wanna get ready, because we
parallels with the
have a
Lannisters.
long
Yes.
night ahead of us, folks. Welcome back. Anyone come to the house today?
To make sure you're getting a top-notch education, we're quitting our jobs to homeschool you.
What?
Life cycle
Oh
of a
look,
college
Cup
graduate.
Up.
Oh.
Moose is in trouble.
Again.
Okay. I
Shocking
can
no
make the
one.
system under-
Couldn't help it.
Amity, wait.
It's bigger. It's better. The Abomaton 2.0
They always get
is the
sidetracked.
You're a big
Anybody
boy, aren't you?
gonna question why she's testing this on a child?
It won't rest until its enemy is completely eliminated.
And you see Luce as your enemy
At least you
because...
can't get me up here.
Uh-oh.
You fool! Hey! Stay away from my loot!
Oh,
Amity?
so cool.
My heart. Oh my gosh. I love their relationship. Blossom friendship.
Don't come in. You will obey me and die.
No, King!
Are in so much
Nice.
Luce, are you okay? Uh-huh.
Yeah! Luce finally caught the feels.
Yes.
You're gonna listen to me for once. Moose, Willow, and
Yeah,
Gus
stand up
are
to
my
her.
friends.
Oh,
what do you
it's so
want?
cute.
Oh, so
My
cute.
friends back in the Hexside.
Would you like me to lay out the basics?
Yes.
The glyph combo, copyright me, Lilith, helped organize the commands. Do I get extra credit? Oh, my gosh. I can do it too.
She's such a teacher's pet.
Oh, that was so good.
It went about as I expected with the parents.
Yeah.
Well, at least the mom. You can see where Amity was trying so hard to be a star student, in the first season.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of star students, Lilith is the best. I love her. I hope I don't see how anyone could not love her. Lilith has had 2 good episodes. One, befriending Hootie, now being teacher's pet. It was great.
I'm sure that was exactly how they were when they were back, in school together.
Yeah, and it's always great to see Ida with Lilith because she does get to be this just ridiculous person. It's rebellious against everything. Oh, it's great. And then they gave Amity a lot of glamour shots here. That was fantastic. They had her entrance, they had her cloak billowing, they had her stand up in front of Luz. I mean, I know what they're doing, and I love it.
Yes. It was good to see her stand up to her mom there at the end.
It makes me wonder, whenever they do, okay, you have overbearing parents, right? And what makes the change? Why was she so, I like it and it's fine, but I'm also wondering, how did she get to that point so quickly? Because, at the beginning of the episode, we did see her, defy her mom to save a picture, but standing up to her mom directly is a different thing, let alone standing up to her mom in front of an entire crowd. That's a huge jump. So
Yeah.
It feels a little big, but I don't mind because I want their story to progress. And obviously I don't want Luz and Gus and Willow to be kicked out of school. But yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's the power of love.
Oh, I like that we finally get to see Luz showing feelings now.
Yes.
Thankfully, was she not attracted to Amity before, I wonder? Maybe she just thought Amity was really cool, but it wasn't a full-blown crush. But either way, it's nice to see.
Yeah, it seemed like she was very oblivious to it previously, but it is really nice to see her catching feelings now.
Yeah. I mean, she was definitely oblivious to Amity's feelings. But we see like early on that she like really wanted to befriend Amity, and she seemed really drawn to Amity. And so, yeah, now I'm just kind of wondering, like, I wish she could like go inside her head and see what was going on. But like,
Yeah.
maybe I guess it wasn't like an attraction exactly, but she was like, yeah, that person's really cool. I want to get to know her. And now it's like, oh, she's like really cool. Like her cloak is billowing.
What a good episode.
Mm-hmm. Something else that was in the trailer, and I didn't see a lot of people comment on it, but you see Amity and Lou standing in front of a door. It looks like it's probably going to be from a library episode. And Amity, I swear it looks like Amity is wearing red, like red tights, which means she'd be in the Bard track instead of the Abomination track. So I'm also wondering if like part of this standing up to her parents thing is going to be, well, here's the track I actually want to study and not like the track that you want me to be on.
Yeah.
But then we've also seen that she is very powerful and talented with Abomination, so I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
And again, I guess the whole point is like the Wild Witches thing being like everyone has all types of magic and you shouldn't restrict them. So if she did end up doing more Bard magic, then it wouldn't necessarily mean she couldn't do Abomination magic either.
That's true, yeah.
All right, so I think the last big development here was Gus.
Growing up.
Yeah. I'm wondering, is it the same voice actor? I didn't even see, but like, did the voice actor's voice change, and that's why they were like, you know what, we'll just change the character to adapt, or did they get a different voice actor for him? What do you think? Should we try to Google it, or should we just make uninformed guesses?
I don't know. I could see it because it's been what, like 9 months to a year since the last season.
Mm-hmm. But only a week and a half. I love that he was just like, witch puberty happens overnight, I guess.
But yeah, I could see if they had a younger actor voicing him, and then there's about a year, and maybe he grew a little bit and his voice changed, and so they just had to accommodate that somehow.
Yeah, it's definitely weird, but I think I'll get used to it. Obviously, I'll get used to it. Like Gus's Gusisms, like his kind of just weird way of phrasing things, didn't come across as, and I wouldn't say as well, but it was just definitely weird to hear it in a deeper voice, but I started to get used to it by the end of the episode.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't like that they got sidetracked though. Like, I'm a little worried because they got sidetracked in the finale as well, where it's like they're there, but you narratively find a reason for them not to do anything, and then that happened this time too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is there a way to have some sort of like climactic moment where you have all four of them there, or how many characters you have in a scene, and you have something that Gus and Willow can do, like create a situation complicated enough that Gus and Willow can have an active part in it, because I don't want them to keep getting like downgraded and sidelined every time there's some important event.
Yeah, I hope we can see that maybe in future episodes, instead of sidetracking them all the time. So they're they're important characters.
Yeah.
Even though they're side characters.
They're definitely built up as important characters. I would say Willow definitely more than Gus. Like there's more complexity to Willow, but they haven't really been allowed to affect the story that much. I mean, Willow has, because you see her go through an arc where she learns to be more confident and also learns to, or gets to the point where she can kind of forgive Amity, and through understanding Willow, we get to see both of them develop.
Yes.
And then with Gus, we only saw him really develop in relation to whatever that annoying kid's name was. I wonder if his voice changed. Bartholomew.
Yeah.
And none really in relation to, like, neither of them have really developed strongly in relation to the core plot. Though now that the Blights are being pulled in, like, maybe it's a little bit more Willow. Yeah, I don't know. I would just like to see more out of them and have them develop. I don't know. I'm like, if a character like Hootie, doesn't develop, I don't feel bad about it. Like, I feel like he's comic relief, he's fine. Like, I'm glad that he has someone else to play off of now, so we get to see like more variations on him. But I don't feel like I need like a huge Hootie backstory for him to like have a character flaw that he then develops from. But especially Willow. Willow was introduced, I think, in like the second or third episode. The third episode,
Really early.
Yeah, and she's like introduced clearly as someone who doesn't have confidence in her abilities, like, and yet we haven't seen her grow that much. So yeah, I would like to see more from Willow, and definitely more from Gus, who is introduced as like, he's going to be part of the best friend squad, to use a She-Ra reference. I hope he doesn't go the same way as Bo. I love Bo, but Bo also almost never developed in the show. He was just like a one-dimensional like support character who was like very strong and very good, but like he didn't get the arcs that some of the other characters got. So
well, I wonder if since we're seeing more development for like Hootie, maybe there'll be more development for Willow and Gus, further down the line.
I do hope. I mean, I know that Gus has an episode coming up where he's like trying to impress the Glandis High students apparently, but again, that kind of similarly feels like the plot he had with Bartholomew, where he's just off with some one-shot throwaway characters and he has like a little development on his own, but like how is that going to relate to the main plot?
Yeah.
So I would say that's my only I think dark spot on this episode. That's the only thing I would knock it for, is like seeing Willow and Gus get sidelined again makes me worry that that's just going to be a pattern that continues through the season. We'll have to see.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. If you had to rank this episode on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you give it?
1 to 5. I want to say probably a 4 because I love Luce and Amity. I could just watch episodes of them all day.
Yeah. I would give it a 4.5 even. I think it obviously doesn't hold the weight of like a payoff episode, like a climax episode or something, but it can't because it's early in the season. So like as an early season setup episode, I think this was amazing. Like I was entertained and invested throughout the entire thing. I had a really like clear, simple setup and it was just fun and had like a lot of character interactions. Oh my God. Like I still can't believe how amusing Lilith and Ida are. Like, they did so much in so little time, and I think that was great.
Yeah, no, it was a really good episode.
And retroactively, what same thing on a scale of 1 to 5? What would you give the first episode of the season?
That's a good question. I don't know. I might be biased. I like Pirates, so it's kind of high up in there, like 4.5. Especially just getting introduced to the Golden Guard and that sort of stuff. It is setting up a good season.
Yeah, I would give it maybe like a 3.5 or 4. Like definitely a solid episode. I love the interactions between Luce and Ida. And I did like the ultimate development in the story that Lilith and Hootie are friends. But I also didn't feel like there was like I'm not going to go back and be like, oh, this moment from season 2 episode 1. That's the one I want to rewatch. So yeah, I think it was like a really solid episode and well executed, and really good for an opening to the season where it just kind of like catches you up on everything that's been going on. For those people who don't, rewatch the show in the off season and watch a bunch of other people rewatching the show in the off season, I think they caught you up pretty well and was like, here's where we're at, and here's where we're gonna go. So.
Yeah, no, I think you make a really good point there. Pretty solid, but nothing too insane.
All right, so this has been our episode 2 reaction.
Signing off.